Hello, I'm Harlan. Now this is about broken-hearted Americans. I've watched for 76 years in this country, and I used to pray and pray and pray why people that I worked with and different groups of people seemed so broken-hearted. They had no inspiration, no enthusiasm. Seemed like they didn't enjoy life at all. And I've been on many Indian reservations in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, with the Navajo, the Hopi, Utes, and Apaches, different ones, and I've worked with a lot of them. Many of them are broken-hearted. They just get drunk. See, this is to show you what happens when Bible worshipers build something. Now watch what Bible worshipers did to the Indians. It was an awful thing. The Puritans came over here, the Anglicans came over here with their King James Bible. They set up at Jamestown, and you know, like Apostle Paul and them, they'd go into a town and lay hands on people and the Holy Ghost would come on them. Well, look what these Puritans, the Anglicans, the Methodists, the Baptists, the Catholics done to these people. They put them on reservations. They killed them. And at Wounded Knee, they killed over 300 of them. It was no justice in that at all, what they did. And so this is Bible worshipers. This is what, see, George Bush swore in on the same Bible that George Washington had. And this is a terrible thing. They do not have any joy or love in them because you took away their way of life. You took away their freedom. Like Tin Bear said, I don't like walls. Sitting Bull said, I'd rather be a dead Indian as a living white man. So they don't like this at all. They don't like that. Ira Hayes, the one that put up the flag in Iwo Jima, he was an Indian. He died a drunkard, you see, out there because the people was mistreated. They took away their language. They give them a different name. They sent them to their Catholic and Protestant schools. And this, they changed their whole way of life. And they didn't have no Bibles or anything. And people like Sitting Bull or especially Chief Joseph and some of them, they would talk to the Great Spirit. Now, we completely destroyed these people. There was millions of them, and they killed so many hundreds of tribes. They wiped them out, and this is what Bible worshipers do. This is what happens when you build your country on an idol. The Bible is an idol. It's the mark of the beast. You see, God's going to remember all this. The sins of America is coming to pass now, and you're going to see a vengeance. Because they done evil. Bible worshipers built this country. They built this mystery Babylon. And now they're going to have to pay for it. It's the same as if you built a country on Buddha. What kind of country you have when you build it on Buddha or the Koran? Now here's the black Americans. Every one of them's angry. They live in these ghettos and things. And I've talked to them. And I know they're angry. They don't like. You see, I don't care if your name is Jordan or Winfrey or Jackson, or James, or Woods, or what it is. That's your slave master's name. When you sign that name, they don't like that. One named Clay changed his name from Clay to Muhammad Ali. So you see, they don't like to take the name of their slave owners. They was made slaves, brought over here, and made. They're not happy. They're broken-hearted people. They don't enjoy working in a country that made them slaves. And when I was in the Navy, and I was in the Army and Navy, I have 2 honorable discharges from there. And I was with a lot of black people. And I had a good friend when I was in the Navy, and he was crying one night up on the bow. The ship was out at sea. And I was trying to comfort him. I said, I don't know what's wrong with you. He said, why does people hate me for the color of my skin? You see, they brought them over here as slaves, and still today there's hatred, hatred, hatred. People goes into these restaurants and things, and a black person will wait on them, or a Latino, and they say, don't tell them 2 things to do. They can't handle it. See, they know that white people think they're inferior, and they do not like that. They tell me that all the time, and that's what they talk to me because, you see, they was baptized into your churches. This Bible worshipers gave them their names. See, every black person has the name. Your name should be Kunta Kinte or Barack Obama or something. Your name shouldn't be James or Washington or Jackson or something. That was your slave owner's name. So they are full of misery and pain. This is what worshiping the Bible and building a nation on a Bible does. This is the mark of the beast. They've taken the mark of the beast and they built their nation on a book instead of on the Holy Ghost. So now you've broke these people's heart, and I've talked to many of them. You've broke their heart, and now America's broke, and now they're becoming the majority. The blacks and the Mexicans and the Indians and all these people, they're coming over here, and they have a voting block, and now they're going to break you, America, because you was mean to them. You broke their hearts. You took their land. You took their freedom. You took their life away from them. They had, Tin Bears, he said, I don't like walls. Sitting Bull, he didn't like it. And the black slaves, they did not like to be controlled by Americans, white Americans. And they hated that, and they still hate it. Now here comes your Catholic people. They come out of Spain, you know, great conquerors, the white horse riders. They come over here and settled this hemisphere. And they went into Mexico, and they captured Montezuma down there, and they killed a bunch of them, and they baptized them into the Catholic Church. Now everybody that's named Gonzales, Rodriguez, or Cortez, or Gutierrez, whatever your name is, you know that name come from Spain. They baptized you into their Catholic Church. And even today, the Pope can go down there and millions of them will gather around him because they don't know anything else. They lost their language, they lost their heritage and everything. So they become Catholics because that's what they're baptized into. But some of the Mexican people rose up here. Emilio Zapata said it's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees. And so he raised up against the Spaniards. So this is a horrible thing that happened to the Mexican people. And they don't like it. I've talked to lots of them, and they do not like the white people from the way they was treated. They took all of their land. They took about 7 states away from the Mexican. This is what you get when you build a country on the mark of the beast. They come over here with a book and said, our book is better than your God's. But they was praying to the Father of Spirits. So you see, this is what they done to them. They have destroyed this country. They built this big mystery Babylon, these white horse riders, these white Europeans that came over here and thought they had something. The only good Indian's a dead Indian, and they sold people like there's cattle, and now you think you're going to get away with it. Well, you're not. God's going to have vengeance on you. Now, if you think I'm illegal because I'm an ex and learned the true history, because you're in my homeland, I'm in my own homeland. See, this was theirs, and a stronger nation took it from them. So you're going to pay for all this, America, because you built a mystery Babylon up on this white horse rider, and you're not going to get away with it because they're fighting back now. You're broke, and they're going to break you, and troubles is coming. Suffering is coming because there's a lot of blood in this country. And this shows what happens when you build a country up on a book, up on the mark of the beast. You built this country on blood. This land is full of blood because you destroyed and broke the hearts of the Indians, of the Mexicans, of the African Americans. You broke all their hearts. They still broke. They're in ghettos. They're in colonials. And they're on reservations. And that's what you done to them, America. You broke their hearts. How can they be inspired? How can they have love and want to accomplish something? Because you killed them. You broke their heart with your book. You says love your neighbor, and you put them all in a prison and everything. So it did not work because you have destroyed America.